I already work as a social worker since I was kid. That was the time my mom bring me to Lamha district. That's that's time Lamha district in the town today. Just rarely people live like that. And in the jungle, no people live. And now throughout the jungle there are so many Vietnamese live, and it's about 80% that is the Vietnamese, and the minority from the north come to Lâm Đồng province. And that was when I was kid. I travel to my fatherlands. My fatherland this time just the jungle and no big road and just the path, and there are no motorbike this time because no no road, and now road everywhere. But the Vietnamese government don't hit the people who was the one to motivations the economic growth, the street, the road, the bridge in Vietnam. Like that. And that time when I went to the provinces like that, we don't have meat to eat. Just sometimes just with fish, fish, and we have no toilet that time in each house. And now you can go there, and there are many toilet, and each house have the toilet and the waters. And the Vietnamese government don't teach the people who was the one to give them this kind of lies, better way of lies. Because that is the years that I was in Bangkok in 2006. I met Americans, and that is the psychology house, psychics. And in that house, three men and one lady, and I met Daniel Boyce and Benjamin, and they helped me to write something to the United States government, and I talk about how to do the economic growth in Vietnam, and adolescents came abroad for working, and since then many adolescents from Vietnam went to Malaysia, to the other nations, to Thailand or to Korea for working, and some people have so much money to come back home. And also in my family, my sister, my stepsister, and my stepbrothers also came to Malaysia for working. Like that. And then get stuck in Malaysia. And in 2017, I work in Saigon. I am the one to save him. That's why he came back to Vietnam. Like that. But when I was in Vietnam, and I study medical university, but I have no money. I study about 2 months, and I left university, and I back home. I was a farmer 2 years, and I walk to go to farmers at the foot of Lam Biang Mountain, and um, I must use something with my body like that. But I cannot sell the product well, and also the local Vietnamese government, they battling me. They said that is the land of the state. It's not my land, but actually that is my land in the past, and the Vietnam just come back to the highland with the French regime. But but with the Vietnamese are the one to shareholders about the nation. That's why in Dalat, even though they are in France, but they get the shareholder about benefit like that. That's why the my cousin, the cousin of my mom, must die in Hanoi as the Vietnam prison because he worked with the French and the Vietnam condemned him. He is the betrayers like that. But the French don't raise their voices, just like the Vietnam, the French dead and with the Vietnamese to kill my family like that. Then I because I cannot work as a farmer because I could not sell my product, and if I live in Vietnam I will have no more lands. That's why I left. But before I left that, we went to Damrong, to my fatherlands, with the adolescents in my village. We went there. That's that's time 2000, the beginning of 2000, and we went there. And there is still no electricity, no car go inside there like that. And we walked there. And after that, I seen on December's. That was the time that I left Vietnam for Cambodia, and I lived in Cambodia for 5 years, 4 years, and in the end of 2004, I left Cambodia for Thailand, like that. Whatever, I work as a social worker in Cambodia, and I must provide money. I work with Father Hưng Nguyen, the priest Hưng Nguyen. He is the Vietnamese, and he lives in Seattle, in the state. And we work with the Marino organizations. And in Cambodia, too many are NGOs. NGOs, for example, World Food Program, even the Marino organization, UNICEF like that, and UNHCR like that. Many. But I met them, or Caritas, or like that. And I live in Cambodia Islands, and I just get paid about 70 US dollars per month. That is the money including rent and food. And I have no money to go around. I just go to work and go home sleep like that. And just so tired. And that was the time like when in the church, I live with Protestant church, but I went to the Catholic church for attending mass like that. But in the end of March, I always sit on the church alone 20 minutes or 50 minutes or about 30 minutes, and I feel happy a little bit, and I praise. I ask God, Jesus, give me the ticket to go to the interstate or Europe nations. But actually, there are many Europe people there, even though Korea, even though India, even though France, Canada, Cambodia, like that. A lot of priests in Cambodia, international priests, like that. Colombia, Uruguay, like that. Many priests over there. And then God never accept, right? Never God said, yes, I give you a ticket. Never God raised from die, right? And then when I live in Bangkok back, I don't feel I have to believe again, right? And now I keep working as a social workers, and I belong to the politicians, but belong to the national and international politicians, and I am a fiction scientist now. But anyways, that is the thing that I work so far, and today I 47 years of it, and I won Nobel Prize because since the years of 2000 until today, I nearly died 11 times in my life. My life is worse than Jesus Christ. Even though Jesus Christ, people kill him, right? And people pitied me terribly. People say badly about me. People spray everything I plant inside my garden. Even though just about 2 days ago, even maybe this morning, like that, And my coffee is so green, and people just spray all that kind of thing. And people just take everything in my garden like their garden. They do that like that. And then I asked the words, if the world president come here, or the people, the crew, a pilot come here, must bring missile. And it's a mid bomb like that. In other, we bomb. If people badly us, we must bomb, right? Uh, and actually, I need the Nobel Prize. And as Elon Musk said, he want to change the world. He want to rule the sky. We want to rule the ocean. And I think that is in the family we need people who rule the families. Of course, in the nation, in the world, we need the nations to rule the world. And that nation, as before, the others, so the United States become the nation to rule the world, right? And of course, Elon Musk, he must find the alliance to be we interest in other we can work well with that nations, right? And then we can rule the world, the sky, the ocean. That's way. And never everyone must rule the ocean. That's why I don't know the reason why the Vietnamese blame me badly in Vietnam. And that must be the interfere of Korea, of Japan, of China, of India, of the other nations. And now what we gonna do? No, that is the mathematics for United States. And I myself, I want the ticket to live. And in the end, I want the Nobel Prize. In order, I cannot lean on the economy of anyone in this planet. But of course, I need a man or to help me in order I can success like that.